Hello, today is 24th October 2017. My name's Noella and I'm with Sevelin and Damour. We are in the same group and we are working on a group project, namely Culture Dinner Party. And this project intends to explore food rituals in relation to the culture and how they are related to a given culture. And in addition, we studied how anthropology is applied to different cultures that we studied. So therefore, we will have everyone discussing his research and findings as well. Um, Starting on my culture, I mean the food which I worked on. I worked on Hawaiian koi, and it's a nutritious food made from pounded taro roots, and it's similar to bread dough. Koi is true. It has a sweet flavor, and it begins to ferment or to acquire a given taste. I mean sour taste after 2 to 3 days, and it can be stored, and that sour taste can help that koi to not get spoiled due to that taste. And according to James Gracebeck, he's an urban horticulturist. Baby taro root, namely keikis, is an important crop in Hawaiian culture. Like it brings family together. It symbolizes unity among the culture of Hawaiian. And again, the production of this taro uh, uh, make like it is said that it makes life more sustainable and it creates job for Hawaiian people. Um, I think that's all I worked on, that Hawaiian point. I also worked on Japanese rice. In Japanese, you all know rice like as a food, but it's more than rice to Japanese, but rather than a culture. This is simply because it symbolizes wealth and Japanese culture, and it has been used as a hard currency. Like you could use rice to exchange services and goods. You understand?
Yes.
And the difference between Hawaiian poi and Japanese rice is that uh, Hawaiian poi has a cultural significance that brings the family together. Like I said, it symbolizes unity among different families. And on the other hand, Japanese rice symbolizes wealth. And Y1 per year again is more affordable. Like every family can afford Y1 per on each meal, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But then simply because Japanese rice symbolizes wealth, it is not affordable. Like everyone cannot get it easily. Uh, about the similarities between these, both Hawaiian poi and Japanese rice can be taken on each meal, like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they all have cultural significance to their respective culture. Um, I think that's all. If you don't have question, you can continue with the more with his findings.
Before that we continue, I have one question. In main culture, a food considered as the thing that they use in the ceremony. So, is there either Hawaiian poi or that rice from Japan? Is there anyone that uses it in their ceremonies?
Um, like Hawaiian poi is sometimes used like when sharing stories or when someone
Yeah,
is
when they
having
celebrate, they used to
any
share that.
celebration, any kind of celebration, they use this point
Yeah,
uh, and to bring people together, especially when they're preparing it. That's when more unity is built from.
Yeah, thank you, Noira. My name is Jean Damuri Rafasha, and I'm going to share with you the menus that I worked on and Then you ask me a question if you have any.
Mm.
I worked on Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine and Hindu wedding.
Mm.
So starting by Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine, you know, this Pennsylvania is a state from America, you know, United States from America. So it is located in the northeast of America, and it is known as that of Dutch cuisine.
Mm.
So according to Life in USA, they said that some of the Pennsylvanian people were originated from different, different regions. Some of them were from German.
Mhm.
These people were called Mennonites, and others were called the Amish. So they came together to be in Pennsylvania.
Mm.
So, uh, and in fact, why they were like immigrating, they came to Pennsylvania, and of course, there were some people who were rich, others were poor. So those who were poor, they had to be innovative enough so that they can find something to eat. So, um, in accordance with Strauss, 1986, they said that some of them were using this shuff pie. The shuff pie is like a cake, which is like decorated by cream. It is so sweet, but it is most used in Dutch cuisine. It's like a cake there. So Pennsylvania and Dutch cuisine has many menus, but mostly it has a very meaningful to the Pennsylvanian people. Um, they simply say that it contains seven salts and seven bitter. In their culture, these menus from the cuisine reflects the ways immigrants, like those who are immigrants from German, the ways they used to live. It reflects their past from where they are originated from. Yeah, this is the first menu. Um, about the second menu was Hindu wedding. As you know, Hindu is a particular true religious people. India is Hindus are found there in India, and India is located on Asia. So Hinduism is like a word, but it doesn't have an origin from India. It was used mostly by people who are Greeks and Persians. So this word is used like to separate Hinduism from other religious people like Muslims and the others. So Hinduism, apart from being like a particular party or a particular religion, it is also like a community where people gather, where people share, where people have something in commonality. So in Hindu weddings, there are so many menus that are prepared, but most of them are have have different components. Uh, Especially in Hindu weddings, they used to prepare rice. Many types of rice, like lemon rice, like curd rice. They prepare rice in different ways. So this is found mostly in their weddings, where you find main menus where people serve themselves. Mostly in the culture, Hindu wedding use these coconuts. They use coconut, they use sugar, they use also baked meat, they use also rich nuns, they use also smooth curries, different types of food. So when they are sharing, every single thing has its meaning in their culture. Like rice means sustenance in their culture. Sustenance, sustain. Uh, it
So
is
why do
symbolizes
they sustain? It's their culture. Means that sustenance is all about their culture.
Yeah, it's more of their culture, and this symbolizes fertility. Like a bride and a groom are being together, so they're going to be fertile. Fertile, yeah.
Yeah.
So this symbolizes fertility. They also use coconut. Coconut in their culture means it's like an offering to ensure that the marriage is blessed. Coconut, when they give coconut to bride and bridegroom, so as an offering, like the marriage is going to be blessed.
Like it's as if you want to wish the groom and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bride
yeah.
have blessing,
Yes,
so you give them coconut.
yeah. In the wedding, and the coconut may symbolizes prosperity. Also, in the Hindu wedding, in their culture, they use cumin and sugar. Cumin and sugar means an agreement between a bride and groom to share everything, to share the sadness and the happiness. Actually, cumin is something which is not sweet, is bitter. It symbolizes like sadness, something difficulties,
Yeah.
or other things
And that
which are
show them that they should, so they should, the one from bride and groom, they should share
yeah,
sadness,
sadness,
happiness, and sadness
yeah,
at the same time.
yeah. Then the sugar, as you know, sugar is something sweet.
Yeah.
So it symbolizes happiness. When they're given cumin and sugar, they symbolize like it's
Yeah,
an agreement between bride and groom to share sadness
and
and
happiness.
happiness. Thank you. Unless you have a question, you can welcome
Oh,
Sevelin.
I think that for me, everything you said is clear.
Yeah.
I have no question about that, so maybe no one asks.
I have an inquiry. Like, did you say that? So to take you back, but did you say that Hinduism is uh, some some parts like a given part in India?
No, it's like they have this something they have the same religious belief. So
Mm.
Hindu is a kind of religious. It's a
Uh,
religion. It's like
it's a
how can you talk
religion
a
in
church,
India.
like a Muslims, like other religions that we know. It's a Hindu is a religion.
Thank you.
Okay.
Then yeah.
Thank you so much for your own cultures that you working on. So, and I work on I have a tailgating. It's tailgating at football game. That's from America. The tailgating is an American tradition. So they include celebration on the pitch. So where they gather and they play different games in order to celebrate. So it's part of their culture. So their community normally they used to take place so around in the park avenues like arena, stadiums, and the place near of where the games that used to take place. And also, according to Shell, said that the target party is a social event held in around the open target. So it means they use it also join many people. So you will see in the time of targeting, many people leave their houses, many people gather, even the little children come to celebrate. So it's near their culture that they incorporate, as I said, they incorporate many soccers. They play soccer, they play hockey, they play skateboards, they dance, they drink. So and if the targeting can be followed to they reflect to the in in 1009 in 1800 century that the people from that time used to celebrate like that, but it was not even equal to tailgating, but it got the name of tailgating as the way of reflecting to the culture of sharing, so they share together. So as the dinner is important, music playing also when they are there, as I said, not only playing but also dancing. So they play the game and then continue dancing. So each and everything you can find it there, but mostly it's about the drink, the foods, Oh, you can see on the street some people cooking on the street, and then you go there, you buy nothing there, so everything's free, and then sharing each and everything, and that's it. Another culture that I worked on is about trinket potlatch. That trinket potlatch also it's from Northwest America. Yeah, they are incorporated the trinket, Haida, Trimshian, coast lashes, Chinookies. Those are the parts from their culture that they are for instance, you've said that the Hinduism is not only the religion but also it's like the culture because there are many parts included there. So also in this trinket potlatch there are many social culture, or I can say that is social tribe that included there that they used to celebrate. So in the host, the portrait was required to give a considerable measures on nourishment. Means when you are there, it's also, as I said there before, it's more of joy and also sharing. But remember the face, it means it's each and everyone. But here in the Northwest America, it used to be the symbol of their culture to the party I mentioned above, like Trimisha and Haida and so on. For when the as they were the diverse element that made up the porchland, which includes eating, devouring, moving, singing, prominent dresses, and furthermore, for delight in types of stimulation of the visitors. So, for instance, I can come and say, I may invite you, right? And then come with go with in that party and with porch lights, yes. And it means I'm stimulating the visitors. It means when you go, you will say, that people have different cultures, but they have sweet culture. They do this, they do this. It means you will be stimulating many visitors because you will be the one who will be witness or giving testimony about our culture. I think that it's more of, as I said before, it's more of sharing, but part of the tribe that I said before, but include there the dressing. So they have a dressing code. While we were going there, so you have the dressing code. When we are going there, you know that you're going to share each and everything. So there are commonalities and differences, as I say. The first commonality is about sharing the joy and the nourishment. So, and also it's about it's free there, and even you can invite someone that can come. It means each and everything is free. And also they share that they are all used as a ceremony in order to reflect on their culture. And but the difference is that the first one, it means it happened on the streets, happened there is a game that they used to play there, for instance, like soccers, like hockey's. But here in Portsmouth, they don't play some anything. It means, but in Portsmouth, there are some tribe or kind of people that they used to celebrate this one. But in uh, in the first one, Trinity, they are is all people gathered together. In also here they have a dress code in Portland. So it means you have to come with a dress code. They said that they have dress code. You come when you invite you are invitees, so you can invite someone to attend your ceremony. But there in Trinity, remember that is each and everyone, even people around. So people gathered around in the street. So it means there is no dress code there. Yeah, that's all about the culture that I work on. So unless you have any question, you can ask.
Yeah, that's I think it's not a question, but uh, I like the three things about the cultures you worked on. Like the first one is like the culture of sharing. I
Mm.
think it's the same as the Umuganura in Rwanda,
Yeah.
as you all know, you know that.
Yeah.
And everything is for free, but
Yes.
for in Rwanda, it's not everything for free.
Yeah.
Only maize. Eh?
Yeah.
And the other thing I liked about that is how they gather to reflect on their culture. I think it plays parts in preservation of culture. Like the more they reflect on their culture, the more they get to work on to improve the preservation of the culture. And I think that's all I like.
I have something like question. Is it irrigating an event? Is it irrigating a kind of food? What is it?
Yeah, tailgating is an event.
It's an
Yeah, it's an event where they share different foods and drinks. And also on the podcast, as you say, that it's the way of reflecting on the culture. As an addition, also this for them, it's demonstrate the host was that the host was a wealthy and liberal person. It means that person who hosted the potluck, it's someone who is wealthy, who is like a liberal person, who is like maybe for instance, when you are rich there, here in Rwanda, if you have for instance ikigage or urwagwa, you want to share with many people, so you go and prepare it, then invite many people to come and visit you. It's the same as spotlight, so you can prepare it and then inviting many people to celebrate with you. This means Ribeiro, and that that person is in order to host, it was a wealthy and a Ribeiro. It means you are wealthy because you afford to invite many people to celebrate with you. So it's more of their culture, and they have that symbols that when you are wealthy, you invite many people sharing everything, and even you can share with your invitees from you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Severe. Like as I have been telling you about Hindu wedding and Pennsylvania and Dutch cuisine,
Yeah,
they are like similar. This kind, they are all kinds of food.
yeah,
Another thing they have like cultural meaning.
yes,
Also in Dutch, I mean Pennsylvania and Hindu wedding, they use like many menus. It's not specific food. It's not specific menu. They
yeah,
use many menus. But what makes them different is that these kind of food, they are different. Like for Hindu wedding is more of religion, while
Ah,
Pennsylvanian is not for religion, it's for the society. Another thing that differentiate them, um, Hindu wedding is for on. I mean, this culture of Hindu wedding, like those menus I have been telling you, they're only specific for wedding. While in Pennsylvania and Dutch cuisine, they use like food like their everyday meal. Yeah.
yeah. And also, as an addition, there are some differences. As they in a Hindu wedding, they specifically use it in their wedding. So in post life, someone can invite many people
Yeah.
in order to show that they are wealthy. And the most food, as in a wedding of from Hindu, they use a rice. So here, the most eaten thing is like it's salmon fish, and sea meat, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Those are the food that they use here in first life.
Interesting.
Yeah, means that's some slight difference. And I think that it's all that it was about the menu. So I think we can continue with about field log. So we did about field log too. So what about your field log?
Yeah, about my field log that I worked on was Ichigaje. Do you know Ichigaje? Ichigaje
So
in
should
English is
explain.
called Sagam beer. You
So
see, it's a
it's
beer
beer
from
from
Sagam. So this beer is contained with mostly Sagam and some yeast. So let me share with you how I worked on it through and my research process and findings. I have approached an old man who was called George Kategaya. This man is from southern province. He was born in a village where they used to drink chigaji as their lunch or their dinner. It's like their meal. So he taught me more about chigaji, how it is prepared. As you know, it's from sorghum. So they put sorghum together, They put them in the water and they let them 3 days in order to sink. And they put them out, they like they make some ashes from crops. So they transform this sorghum to be black, and then they cover them in a hot press. After some days, they put them out on the sun. When they come dry, they they
They grind it.
yeah, yeah,
They grind
to
it.
in order to get like powder.
Mm. The
So
flour.
yeah, yeah,
Ah,
flour.
the flour.
When they get a flour, they cook water, and the water at the highest
100,
level of heat.
100 degrees.
Yeah, at least at most 100.
Yeah.
When it is well done, they put like those flour of sorghum. When they put them in like a tank or something that where they can cover it, they add also some yeast, and then they let it from some time. They use like 1 day or 2 days. When it is when the 2 days are over, they start drinking it. It's well prepared. This ichigaje is not for like its main purpose is not for sale. It's for home consumption. They consume it at home. So it has also a cultural meaning in Rwanda, specifically in Rwanda, because this is found in Rwanda. It means peace and love, where people share, where people like use used to share this drink. It makes them love each other. It unites them together, and they share everything. It's a symbol of unity,
Yeah.
peace, and love. That's what Katigaya taught me. Thank you. Noella, would you please continue with your field vlog?
Yeah, for me, I worked on Ruagwa. Do you know Ruagwa? Ruagwa.
What about
That's it's a traditional alcoholic beverage from Rwanda, and it's made from fermentation of mashed bananas, and it has an importance in Rwandan culture. Like it's consumed during different ceremonies, like giving dowry, dowry introduction, weddings, special events like Christmas, New Year. Sometimes it's even produced for home consumption. So another importance is that like it used it symbolizes happiness uh, and unity. Like it brings people together for during those ceremonies. Like even from the preparation, there is unity. You get to understand when I got to explain how it's prepared, and again, it brings teamwork spirit. Like during the preparation of it. So first of all, let me tell you how I found how this one is made because it's more of traditional. I approached different people in in villages. Like I approached Nason, he's an old man and has a big land of banana plantation. And apart from that, he has used. I mean, he uses to make urgwagwa some years ago. Huh? So she,
even
so
drink on
he knows. No, he used to drink urgwagwa, but by now he doesn't. For some reason, I'll tell you about it.
yeah.
Uh, uh, so approaching this man, he taught me how to make urgwagwa, or how they used to make urgwagwa. Uh, they first take the stalk of banana, like they cut it. They usually cut a number of them so as to increase the final product or to increase the quantity of urgwagwa. So then after having those bananas, they put them in a pot, namely urguina. So after that they cover them with the banana leaves. So they also put on the fire under the urguina, the other pot, so as to increase the heat for the fermentation to be quick. So you find that in 2 to 3 days the bananas are ripened. So once they are ripened, they call up different people. That's when teamwork spirit comes in and unity. They call up different people, different neighbors around, different friends, different families to come and help them to peel the bananas for the for the for them to make guagua. And then after peeling them, they put them into a material, namely umufure. Then they smash them so when they smash them, they make up the juice. You understand? They make the juice. Then after making the juice, they filter they add more. I mean, some water, and then they filter them. So so adding water is to lower the youth to lower the concentration of the drugs or the sugar. Then after that, they also use sorghum. They also use sorghum, but the it's not like the one of Kigali that you said, because they are not black. Like they take sorghum and
So it means the sorghum as it is. Yeah,
yes,
they
they
take-
smash, like they cut them
Yeah.
into parts, and when they're cut like that, they are called imbetezi. So after that, they take the other juice plus that imbetezi, and then they left the whole mixture to ferment for 3 days or 4 days, depending on their choices. Then after they are ready to take their ruagwa or their beverage. And once like they have called up the people to come to have them, they also call them for the ruagwa. So you understand how the teamwork spirit works in that preparation. And it is used, as I said, in ceremonies, like the introduction story, and I think that's all. Like remember that brings cultural significance, like unity. Yeah, team spirit. Things is yeah. I even tasted that butter.
Yeah.
So how
Did
is
you
it?
drink?
So how is it?
It's
Is it
sweet.
sweet or bitter? Cause I think
It's somehow big when it's the first time. Like for the first time, I was like,
You get drunk at
is it bitter?
and
Is it
and
bitter?
things like my head was.
Is it bitter?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
of course.
It's bitter when it's your first
It's
time,
bitter,
but when
not
you're
bitter.
used, when you're used, it's sweet. Like saying that it's bitter, like some people would laugh at me seriously, because they are used to it. They feel like it's sweeter than any
Anything.
other thing.
Okay. Thank you, Noella. Agnes, you have a question. You have a question.
No, I think
Okay. And I also adding about you say
go on.
Oh,
okay. Now also but I think it's all about the culture and how we say it in the film. It's related to the first menus we did, right?
yeah.
So it's reflect on culture,
We all-
rituals. As their meaning. So also I worked on Ugandan culture. Also there are one thing called Minigi, right? So in Uganda, so I lived there like 3 years.
Oh,
So I met with in my research, I decided to go there. So Uganda, it's a large country, so have different tribes. They are Basoga, Baganda, Banyankore, Bahima. It's a sort, so many tribes. So, but the amazing thing is that they share about the Umunigi. They all share. Each and every tribe knows about this Umunigi. So it's in the significant symbol in their culture. I approached an old man called George Kusasira and another old woman called Miss Nakayima Mary. Those are the people that I believe that they can give me the relevant and good information about their culture because they are old enough to know each and everything about what I want to know. And also, I approached them with a question of what customs are essential in Uganda. So they say that the essential customs about sharing. So they share. So and also there was what do they do related to their custom? What they do in order to preserve their custom. They say that this is the way of remembering it by making like those ceremonies in the way of remembering them. So that's question drive me to ask what uh, food or drinks they use in their ceremony, in the ceremonies. And also I asked in which way they prepare and share that food. So they told me that basically they said umoniji. All comes to umoniji. Umoniji it's yeah, I can say that it's matoke, cooking matoke. Yeah, but the amazing is the way they get matoke is cooked. That's why they call it umoniji. You know, I think you know that when it's cooked, matoke, it's soft, like yeah. When it's cooked, it's soft. But umunyiji is very different. It's like when it is cooked, it's very hard. Like
You mean it's thick?
yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Due to the way it's prepared. So they say that they firstly they cook this matoke with the outer cover, so I don't know how before that they peer. So they peer it after that they are in the middle. They are, and then after I think they cook in hot water like 50 minutes.
Like they boil them for.
Yeah, they boil them in 50 minutes and then they peel them and then they start smashing them. So after smashing them, so they took a banana leaves and then they put in banana leaves and then after covering them and then put in saucepan and then cover the saucepan and then put on and then heat like 1 hour and a half, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. I was surprised to hear that they
You
can cook
have
like
tried
that.
it, you have.
Yeah, you can. It means if they want to eat to eat them at dinner, so they start at lunch preparing it. So that's
I
amazing,
know.
right? And after that, after 1 hour and a half, they put it. They come up with they put out in the saucepan, and then open it, and then let it there become cold like a 30 minutes. So the way they are going, the way they're becoming cold is the way they go tough. So they become they get
Too
tough.
thick.
No, yeah, they get thick. So because when you want to share, when they're going to share, so they use knives to pat them.
So
Yeah,
they use them like they eat them as like
yeah,
cold food.
yeah. Because you can get some. It's something which is it seems like it's a thing. So this one has the deep meaning. So it have the significant meaning. Firstly, the first reason is that is the food of their ancestors.
Oh,
Their ancestors used to eat this one with a milk,
with
right?
milk.
Yeah. So they take this one as with the milk, so that they are special from the ancestors. The special meal. Yeah, that's why they preserve that culture of sharing in their ceremonies, in their rituals. They used to use that old meal from the ancestors. That's the reason why. And also this one using in the naming in naming ceremony when they want to name the name of their babies. So they prepare the umunyiji and then call up the people around the neighbors and children even, so that each and everyone, the one, for instance, if it's you the mom, you came and then you cut the part and then give you and then
Yeah, you
say
told
the
me,
name,
yeah.
yeah, say the
That's
name and then
interesting.
we record the name and then another comes to say that, so
And
that
then
you
the
can come up with the name of a baby.
yeah, when a
First.
person
Wow,
comes, get
that's
his
it.
part,
Yeah,
then
then
say
say the
name.
name,
That's
Yeah.
then go
interesting.
sit then with a cup of milk, please.
Ah,
Ah,
Yeah,
wow,
with a cup of
that's
milk.
interesting.
And also this food, and also I try to taste them, so it's very delicious. I'm telling you. And also I wish if I could cook it by myself because I don't know, but I wish if I could cook it by myself.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So after doing this research, I found that this one is very, very important to their culture, and even they do their best to preserve it by use them in their different ceremonies. So, and I try to relate to when to the menus that I used the porch lights and trinket, as they use them to celebrate in their ceremonies, to remember they have the significance in their families. So I've seen that those culture there are some they have many commonalities, but the difference is that they use different beverage, they use different food, and even the way they share them are different. So thank you so much, Miss Neha, for the question.
This, thank you so much, first of all. I like the meat. I wish, I mean, I shall taste about them.
I wish to,
And since you know how
and
to
I did,
cook
but
it, you should treat, I mean, try it first and teach us together.
yeah,
And
when I
if,
know, I'll let you know. Yeah, when it's
okay.
ready.
And reflecting back on Oshigai, if I remember but where do you, I mean, when do they normally consume Ikigaje, like kind of ceremonies, like
And do
Yeah,
they also use them in the ceremony? They like celebrate now
yeah,
when
thank
they are
you.
celebrating.
Thank you. Ichigaje, though it's like something like it is purposely used for home consumption. However, it is also used in the ceremonies like cow giving, Thanksgiving, like weddings, like dowry introduction in different ceremonies. But I think it's because, as George Kategaya told me, is because it's very affordable to everyone. So
it's cheap, huh?
it's cheap. It doesn't cost much. So everyone can afford Ichigaje. Yeah, that's why it is used in different ceremonies as it is used at home consumption.
And the other thing I forgot to tell you about, like I told you, Nason used to take Uwaba, but nowadays it does not take Uwaba. It's because, like I've told you, it's alcoholic, and some religions in Rwanda, like Christians, most of them do not take alcohol. So it's the reasons why he changed a religion from.
Yeah.
That's why he no longer takes.
I mean, he received the salvation.
Yeah.
Who said from drinking? No, I think maybe it's prohibited from their religion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's prohibited. Yeah.
So,
I
But
think
he make it.
hey, you can make it, yeah,
Mm.
but
Let me
since
test.
the yeah, but not testing about it.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing out. I think that's all. Thank you.